you grow from that, whether it's something that has presently happened in your life, or perhaps it's something that happened a long time ago that is still weighing heavy over you, like a dark cloud, like it's weighing heavy on your shoulders and you're going to feel like you're carrying the weight of the world. Trust me, I've been there, friend. When it feels like that, what what growth can take place through that? Like, what can we learn from it? What is God what is God wanting from us in that moment? And if you don't know, ask him. Just ask. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 says that there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. I love that. There's a time for everything. It actually ties into a little bit of what I talked about with my therapist today, about how I told her that over the last couple of years, I've had to work really hard on separating out, like in my household, what are things that I'm telling myself that I need to do versus what are the things that, like how I was raised, like the expectations that was had as I was raised, or perhaps what is the story that I'm telling myself that's actually far from the truth, and just kind of figuring out like how to separate all that out, like giving myself permission to not do the dishes as soon as I see them. There's a lot of factors that come into play. I struggle with lower back and neck issues. If I'm in the middle of freaking perimenopause, so if my hormones are raging, or I'm like burning up and sweating up a storm just from standing, or I've had a hard day, I'm going to give myself enough grace and know that I don't have to do the dishes right then and there. I can take a beat, I can take a little bit of a rest, and then get back to it later on. I've had to have those conversations with myself. Um, there's a time for everything. And ultimately, we have the gift for the most part to decide when and where we're going to do things. And I feel like that's a full circle moment in learning and standing in the footing of the reassurance of like, this is who I am. I'm not apologizing for it. Making decisions for ourselves, telling people no, and not having to explain to them why we're saying no. Because I'm here to tell you, friend, you don't owe anybody an explanation. Just tell them no, bless and release it, move on. But there's a time for everything, and timing just as much as God's imperfect timing. That he has a plan for you and I, and sometimes our plan is not necessarily going to go according to what we want it to be. But here's the thing. Big things are in store for you. Big things are on the horizon. We're in a season for that where it's aligning.